Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another T.T.S movie review. My name is Mike Floyd, and today I'll be reviewing All the Money in the World. All the Money in the World is a movie produced by Ridley Scott for his production company called Scott Free, I think that's the name of it. And it's about the kidnapping of a 16-year-old boy, John Paul Getty III, and the attempts of his mother, Gail, to convince the grandfather, John Paul Getty, to pay the money for the ransom. I want to say it was $17 million. And pretty much, as you see by the trailer, Grandpa was like, nope. Well, what's interesting about this movie is the role of John Paul Getty was originally supposed to be played by Kevin Spacey, but we all know what happened with the whole Kevin Spacey little scandals, everything that went down, and he was replaced by Christopher Plummer at the last minute. And to tell you the truth, you don't really miss Kevin Spacey in the role. I mean, Christopher Plummer did a bang-on job. Now, to be honest, I wasn't going to watch this movie to start out with. I think the movie's 132 minutes long. I'm not really a fan of super long movies, but, I was like, let me give it a shot. I had the day off. I had nothing else better to do, so let me see it. Another reason why I didn't want to see it because Mark Wahlberg's in it. And whenever I hear Mark Wahlberg, I automatically think robots and dinosaurs and a bunch of crazy stuff and just The Departed, and him just running around, just shooting guns and painting game, him pumping iron. So I was kind of on the fence about that, but I figured with Christopher Plummer and Michelle Williams in the movie, he wouldn't be the main focus, and I was right on that. Mark Wahlberg in the movie, he plays like a kind of a second fiddle role. But Christopher Plummer and Michelle Williams, they completely steal the show. Christopher Plummer, you could tell that a lot of his scenes were shot like just away from the rest of the cast and a lot of stuff in green screen. But his acting is top notch. Like he was playing an old billionaire who just loved money. He loved things, loved money. He didn't really have an affection with his son, with his family. All he thought was money, and the performance by Christopher Plummer was like dead on with that. Michelle Williams, she was playing the mother of the kidnapped child, and every time you was on scene, it was pretty authentic. You could tell that she had that raw emotion, like what a mother would do. She would do anything to get her son back, and the whole time it was just her versus John Paul Getty, just trying to get the money for the kidnappers. The movie, I'm not gonna spoil anything. It ended the way I thought it was gonna end, with with everything coming out to pretty good. The pacing of the movie for 132 minutes, it was dead on. Like within the first 5 minutes, the kid was kidnapped. It was straight up like that's what it showed in the commercials and trailer. Showed the kid getting kidnapped. Within 5 minutes, the dude was kidnapped, and everything went into motion. It even did a little backstory telling you how old dude made all his money, how he became the richest person in the world, how he actually felt about being the richest person in the world. And it just kept going. There wasn't nothing over the top, nothing like some super fanatical, like, oh, some ex machina kind of stuff, like, oh, somebody saves the day or anything. Like, no, this, honestly, watching this movie, it was believable. Like, I could tell, like, hey, if somebody had this kind of money, this is very possible. I mean, I don't know how it feels to be a billionaire, but the way, Christopher Plummer was acting, like, as, John Paul Getty, I could kind of understand his mindset of where he didn't want to just give his money just for anybody or just do anything that people want him to do with his money. He wanted to do his own thing. So it makes sense. And I can also see from Michelle Williams' side, playing the mother, like, you do anything for your son. I did notice a theme throughout the whole movie. It was talking about, like, what's worth more to you, money or your family, or how much are you willing to pay for somebody's life, like, that you love? How much are you willing to pay for your love? And it just seems that it came down to the end where there was a price for everybody has a price. Like that was like another theme that was kind of in the movie. Like anything that anybody has, you can put a price tag on it. It's just how far you're willing to go to pay that price tag. So overall, I mean, the movie, it was long. It was like 132 minutes, but it didn't feel long. I mean, there was a couple slow spots here and there, little dialogue spots, but the whole time it was just like kidnapping. The kidnappers telling why they kidnapped him. The whole drama between the mother and the grandfather trying to get the money, how the grandfather got his money. It was really good. If I was to recommend this movie to anybody, I would definitely say go watch it. I mean, if for me personally, it was out of my comfort zone. It's not a movie I normally would see, but I was really interested in just to see, like, because it was a little bit of buzz for me, but not a lot. So I was like, yeah, let me just go check it out. There was a couple negatives that I had. I mean, you could still tell a couple spots where they still had Kevin Spacey in it. And then there was a couple spots where I was just like, you know, there was the youngest son, you know, it was a whole family. So I was wondering what happened to all the other kids that they showed in, like, during the flashbacks, like, where were they at during this whole thing? And then he also talked about he has 14 grandchildren. You know, if he had to pay ransoms for all of them, he'll be out of a lot of money. I was like, where's the rest of the family that's, you know, going with this? So I want to know, like, what his relationship was with his other kids, but, you know, it didn't really matter because it was dealing with this one kid who just happened to get kidnapped. And he did explain how, you know, John Paul Getty III was the favorite of John Paul Getty. So to rate this movie, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars. I really did like this movie. I liked how it just kept it on pace. I didn't get bored within the movie. I didn't fall asleep. I was just pretty much in an empty theater by myself. It was like 4 other people there. But it was early morning, and it wasn't, you know, Jumanji or something like that, and guns blazing and all this other crap. So it was a really good movie. It didn't feel like one of those movies where they're trying to go for an award, like, you know, like those like Oscar-worthy movies. But I do think this by Christopher Plummer's, like, his performance in this movie could get him a bunch of awards for this, me personally. So I do highly recommend seeing this movie if it's in your area. I did notice that a couple areas that I checked that it wasn't really playing, but I definitely recommend this movie 100%. I'll probably buy this on DVD and gift it to a couple people when it comes out, or digital, or whatever we're doing nowadays. But I definitely give this 4 out of 5 stars. So that's gonna wrap it up for this review. If you like what we're doing, just go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe whenever we drop new videos. I try to see, you know, as many movies as possible, try to get these reviews out. I'm slowly starting to build this channel up. So any, you know, suggestions, any help, just let me know. Until next time, guys.